Hi guys, welcome to tonight's training. We're going to try this again. Hopefully it's not as choppy as it was before. So, here we go. Now it should be up. Alright, so tonight we're going to talk about this question. Are you using others to regulate your sense of worth? So on the screen here, we have this little graphic here. What is really happening with your value? And yeah, it looks like it's working. Okay, good. And so this really describes what we've been conditioned to do with our value. This comes from last night's class in Being You Brilliantly. We deposit our value in other people's opinions, their feedback. So as you can see, the little white ghosty dude there and the little gray dude there, the white dude, the ghosty dude's like, hey man, thank you, you make me valuable. He's giving his feedback there about what makes his perception of value. That's a very serious issue. This is him regulating his sense of value based on gray man's approval. That's why he's saying, you make me valuable. This is what's going on here. Now, this is actually not a bad thing. This is a natural thing, but it's something children do initially when they're pair bonded with their parent. It's part of attachment maturation, or what's called individuation. What happened to us is we didn't get to go through that maturation where we came to internalize our own identity and be ourselves in connection with someone else and achieve what's called secure attachment. Instead, that got aborted and we were turned into the parent for the narcissist. Their needs became priority so that we could survive their hostility, their chaos, their instability, and the lack of nurture, so the neglect and abuse we started to endure. So our values stayed stuck in their perception and we weren't able to mature to a point where we had internalized our own sense of value. This is one of those dark sides of codependency, is that we use other people's approval and rejection to regulate our sense of worth. And that's why I'm a big fan of looking at approval and rejection as the same thing. It's a judgment about our worth. And when we can give that up, I hear and see, hi Tobiah, welcome back, by the way. You're very jealous about that. I want to go to Mexico. But I'm happy you're back. And you're well, too. So, this is what's going on with the value. And when we can internalize our value and what I would call autonomize it from other people's approval or rejection, then we become powerful. So I'm going to switch the graphic out here to this one. You get the real nature of value. And it's about witnessing each other's value. I appreciate your witness of my value. Hey, you're awesome. Thanks for being you. This is how real mature valuing works. This is how it's invested in us, and it's how we mature into our autonomy as a person, into our wholeness. So the big question here is, are you using others to regulate your sense of value? And if you are, then you need to retrieve your value from them. How do we do that? We do that by giving ourselves permission to be our own authority and say, you know, I give myself permission to be valuable regardless of their rejection, regardless of their approval. And then, if you want to get really deep in that, we can look at what might be driving the need for their approval. It can be a trauma. We can use the closure technique on that. Or you get into Being You Brilliantly, and you can get some of the direct tools that I use to really root it in. But ultimately, what we need to do is return that value to us. And one thing I constantly do is visualize the value in, like, for instance, I go back to the other graphic here. Let me turn this one off. I'm the ghosty dude right now, right? And I'm like, my value's in middle gray man over there. Then I visualize that value coming back into my heart, literally back into my body, and then I be with it. I connect with it. I allow it to show up there. And I allow myself to feel it. Then I'm getting back into my beingness, back into that value. This is one of the most powerful ways I have found for that to work. So that's one way I would encourage you to practice it. Then it results in this. I can see my value and I can see your value, and then we can have a mutual witness of each other. So beware of this dark side of codependency where we use others to regulate our sense of value, and break free of that by returning that value to you. Now, if you want assistance with this, you can go deep in this and root out this dependency on other people's approval by joining Being You Brilliantly. You'll need to sign up for the, you'll need to reserve your seat for the next one because it starts June 3rd. Or you can start the self-guided processes of Heal, Love Addiction, or Heal and Addiction to Connection and Thrive Strategy by getting your membership. So I'll be posting those links below. Thank you guys for being a part of the group. We've been growing. Invite more people in. More people. You know people that want help in this? Throw them out. We're going to do some contests to help that grow and whatnot too, because you guys deserve some rewards for us, you know, for being here, and I appreciate you. And ultimately, thank you for being who you are, and remember that you're worth knowing, you're worth loving, and you're worth keeping. And I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.